What's going on, everybody? I'm Quest for Nostalgia, a YouTube content creator, and I stream variety games over on Twitch. I hate really long intros. In this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite Kingdom Hearts game. So let's get into it. Real quick before we get into this, I want to thank Uncle Vax so much for sending me a copy of Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. When starting this channel, it has been a huge dream of mine to have something where people send me games that they love, to be able to experience games that people love and to really be able to enjoy them as well, and add them to the collection and play through them and just really enjoy them as well for myself. And so you sending me that game just is unbelievably amazing to me, and I wanted to throw this in here before we start because I didn't want it to go on in the end and people miss out on it. So thank you again, Uncle Vac. I'm so stoked to have Chain of Memories on here. It's so cool. If you've been hanging out with me over on Twitch, you know that I love the Kingdom Hearts games. I'm so stoked to still have the PlayStation 2 versions. These make, different appearances when I'm playing the Kingdom Hearts games over on Twitch, and have been really loving, playing through those games. I played them last year, and this year I've actually played through some of them twice. So I'm going through it for the second time within 1 year, which is crazy. I never do that with games. I have such a backlog of games that I don't have the time to do games multiple times, within the same year, or, back to back years and things like that. But Kingdom Hearts has sucked me in. So when you talk about the best Kingdom Hearts game, you usually hear things like Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. I think majority always says Kingdom Hearts 2 through Twitch and just through videos I've seen and things like that. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 2 takes that top seed all the time. I'm here to tell you that that one does not take the top spot for me, and I have a few reasons why, and I'll tell you the game that I love and the reasons why I think that that one does a better job and is just a better game in my opinion. So we know that it's not Kingdom Hearts 2, and so it's really tied between, Birth by Sleep or Kingdom Hearts 1. Which one is going to take that top spot from me? Like I said, we just beat Birth by Sleep about 2 weeks ago, and I had an amazing time with that. I did not expect it to be that great, and I'm mind blown that that was a PSP game. I think that that would have been absolutely amazing at the time to have had that on PSP. I just couldn't even imagine that. That'd be so cool to have such an amazing Kingdom Hearts game on a handheld device like that. Birth by Sleep was fantastic. It played through 3 different storylines, and it was just awesome. Playing through Terra, Aqua, Ventus, it really was super cool. And the storyline was pretty easy to follow, even though that's where the craziness was, coming in. That's when we start to get, Ericus and Xehanort and all of these different changes as opposed to what we had, just off the bat with Kingdom Hearts 1. Even though there was 3 different storylines that it was telling, and you're getting these prequel events to, the things that are happening, that you see a lot more of in Kingdom Hearts 3, it just told it really well, and I love that. And then having the 3 different play styles of 3 different characters was so good. Like, it was so much fun to be able to switch it up and play, more magic based with Aqua, or more, just damage, hack and slash as Terra. And Ventus was just super fun to play with overall as well. Birth by Sleep was actually the first one that I got the secret ending and worked to do the extra steps to unlock that, and I had an amazing time. However, Kingdom Hearts 1 is going to take that top spot for me, and I'll tell you the reasons why I think that this one is the best and this is the one that I like the most. People always talk about how Kingdom Hearts 2's gameplay is, superior and things like that, and then we also have amazing gameplay in Birth by Sleep. I love the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 1. People talk about how bad the camera is. I had no issues going through that. I went through it for a second time now, and I had zero issues with the camera. I don't understand where that complaint comes from. If you do manual controls and you focus on what you want to look at with the thumbstick, I don't understand where people get this issue with. I had a fantastic time, and never once did I complain about it in my second playthrough. The difference in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2 that I love about Disney is that in Kingdom Hearts 1, they're doing completely different stories when you go into these Disney worlds. You're not just playing the sequence of events for the Disney movie. So you'll usually be fighting the villain in a completely different way. You're fighting Oogie Boogie, and you're fighting, Jafar, and it has nothing to do with the story events of the Disney movie. But in 2, it just feels like you're playing these mini rushed versions of the movies, like in Mulan and in Beauty and the Beast. It's like literally, all right, let's take the VHS tape storyline and let's do it as fast as we possibly can, and just we'll sprinkle in Kingdom Hearts in there in a way. And I hate that. I really did not enjoy that. It feels so much different when you do it in Kingdom Hearts 1. They're using the characters from Disney, but the storylines aren't just the movie's plot. Birth by Sleep also did a better blend of, bringing in Disney and Kingdom Hearts and not just playing through the storyline of the events that are unfolding. But they did use a little bit more of, what actually happened in the plot of the movies. But then at the same time, you play through each storyline 3 times and you can see a different aspect of it, interact either with the villain with Terra or, with the good people with Ventus. And so I still think that Kingdom Hearts 1 did a better job of having two separate things, blending them in a creative way. And now continuing to talk about story, that's another reason why I like Kingdom Hearts 1 more than Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 just is where people start to complain about, it being convoluted and where it starts to add in all these crazy things. When you start off with Roxas instead of Sora, and you get all of these Organization 13 members, and if you were lucky enough to have the GBA version, or eventually got Rechain of Memories for the PS2, you'll have a little bit more backstory. But I feel like a lot of people get confused by the fact that it's Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, but then there's all these other games that aren't numbered, but they're all completely important and all tell that story. And if you don't play them, now you're confused. And that was me my first time going into 2. I only went 1 to 2, and you know nothing about Naminé and all these craziness. And so I think Kingdom Hearts 1 storyline is so much simpler, and it was just like very easy to understand. You have these princesses, and their hearts are going to unlock Kingdom Hearts, and you want to lock off the worlds. Like, it wasn't all this craziness in there. When you start to get into extra character models and different people being inside of other people, that's where it gets too crazy for me, for Kingdom Hearts 2. And I like the story of Kingdom Hearts, and I really want to, know all of the ins and outs of Kingdom Hearts, but I still think that the storyline of 1 was just so much simpler, and they did a better job with Disney. And then, of course, Kingdom Hearts 1 just has that nostalgia for me. That's always going to be a factor when people give their opinions, which this is an opinion, not, there's no definitive list of what is correct and what isn't. It's an opinion, and nostalgia plays a huge factor. And for me, Kingdom Hearts 1 is going to take that spot because of nostalgia 2. That's always going to give it a better boost in there. But man, like I said, I don't have a lot of time to do a game again. I don't do games year after year. Oh, every year I play this game. I don't. My backlog is huge. I have tons of things that I want to do, and it's always growing. But yet, Kingdom Hearts 1 sucked me back in to play it the same year. I did it Black Friday last year, and then all of a sudden, before we've even hit Black Friday, I just went through it again, which is crazy. In 1 year, I've now played it twice, and that kind of cemented me that I'm gonna do the platinum run. I really want to have the platinum trophy for Kingdom Hearts 1. It just kind of cements that it's my favorite, and it's something that I'll be proud to have. So I'm going to go through and do all those things. So you may see videos on tips on how to finish out the Kingdom Hearts 1 platinum, or little tidbits of it. Maybe an explanation on how the platinum run went, and was it enjoyable? Was it worth it? But I'm excited for it because I've just been loving Kingdom Hearts 1 so much, playing through it again. And like I said, we're going through the whole series, so if you want to come hang out on Twitch and see the other games, we're going through Chain of Memories right now. We are going to do 358/2, through everything. So if you miss the side games and you want the story bits and you want to see them played, not just get, a little recap, come hang out on Twitch. As always, do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. If you made it this far in the video, I love you so much. That really helps this channel grow, just sticking it out to the end. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys are enjoying the content, and I love you guys. Peace.